This project is part of a hop hosted by Shabby Meets Bling, Up All Night DIY, and Indiana Jones, some of my favorite crafters. Please check out the video description for links to their projects. Tonight I'm trying out two viral projects that I keep seeing all over social media. I like to dedicate my Friday nights to just crafting for fun. It's not for work, it's not for a gift, it's not for a blog post. I like to set aside one night a week where I can just try out something for fun. So there's none of that pressure for it to be perfect. I don't really go into it with the end result in mind. I'm just kind of experimenting and playing and trying out new ideas that I've seen online or that maybe have popped into my head that I think would be fun to play around with. So my first project is my twist on the busted canvas. I'm sure you've seen this all over the place. It's a really fun idea that seemed really popular around Halloween, and now I'm seeing lots of Christmas variations of it. So I thought it would be fun to give it a try just for myself. For my project, I was inspired by, or I guess it's just kind of like, it's always popped in my head when I hear, bust out canvas, is the Kool-Aid Man. I don't know, I'm probably dating myself here, but how many of you remember those commercials where he's like, oh yeah, and just bust through the wall, right? So I thought it would be cute to kind of be inspired by that as I create this busted canvas project. So since I'm going with a Christmas theme instead of, a Kool-Aid Man, I've got my Nutcracker. He's going to be busting out of this canvas. I am using a tissue paper pack that I got at Walmart. So all of these tissue papers can be found in there. There's the fun candy cane stripes and the candy canes, and then a really cool metallic mirror looking paper that I'll be using next. I'm using Mod Podge to attach this. If you've never tried Mod Podge and tissue paper, honestly, I kind of quit doing projects with that because I always get wrinkles in it and it drives me nuts that I can't get it perfect. So for this, Friday night fun crafting stress buster, I'm not even worrying about the lines, the wrinkles, getting it perfect. This is something just for fun, just for me. So as I mentioned before, that really cool metallic backing there, I am adding that into the piece that will be the backing for the Nutcracker. And speaking of the Nutcracker, here he is. This is from Dollar Tree, and I don't want that round base on it, so I figured out I could just pop out the circle in the middle and then break off the plastic pieces. They're very soft, and now I've got just the Nutcracker with no base, which will be easier to glue onto the busted canvas frame that I'm making. So I use a craft knife and a self-healing mat on the background there. You're gonna cut up this canvas like it's a pizza, okay? Cut it into fourths, and then, it's up to you how many pieces you want. I wanted more smaller pieces that curled back, so I cut each of my quadrants into thirds. Once that's all cut up, we can start curling back those quadrants. So grab that hot glue gun and get to gluing. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't really have like a game plan, so I just started grabbing things from my craft stash that I thought would look good with this. Lots of bling, shiny things. I also grabbed some fake snow from Fairfield World. This is a product that's a lot easier to find right now around the holidays. It is perfect for creating snowy backdrops for like miniature villages. And, you know, since he's busting out, I thought it would be cute to have this in there, either like as a, you know, smoke from the dust of breaking the canvas, or, you know, just like snow around his feet. So I'm placing those in there, and once I like the way it looks, I'm just going to hot glue everything in place. Last but not least, you always got to have a little shine, right? So I'm using again some multi-purpose Mod Podge, painting it on the busted out pieces there, because of course when this nutcracker busts out from that canvas, it's gonna sparkle. And there it is. Pretty fun and colorful, don't you think? It'll be a fun addition to a mantle, or just to help spruce up a Christmas candy bar or any other holiday event. Next up, here's my twist on the adorable fake cocoa mugs. I don't know if you've seen that in a lot of the dollar store groups. It's a really popular project using mugs and foam balls. I am using foam packing peanuts with some itty bitty little tea mugs that I got these at an estate sale, but I've also seen, you know, tiny little dollhouse tea sets at Dollar Tree and other places. I thought instead of making big mugs of cocoa, I'm going to make some tiny little cute ones that I can use as earrings for the holidays. This white spackle makes great faux icing, or Cool Whip in this case. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it into a tiny little jewelry bag, or I think this might have had buttons in it. I always save those little bags when I get them with a purchase, and squeeze it into the end there, and then snip off the end to make an itty bitty piping bag, so I can pipe this fake icing onto my tiny little hot cocoa mugs. While that icing is still wet, I'm going to add in some tiny little faux peppermints and faux sprinkles and let that dry. As a last step, once that is dry, I'm going to coat it with some glossy Mod Podge, just like really cover it up so that it's going to have a shiny finish, and then also help protect the fake cocoa so that the little pieces don't fall out when I'm wearing them as earrings. As a last step, clip on some jump rings and the earring findings, and I'm ready to rock these DIY Christmas earrings. Isn't that cute? And if you don't want them as earrings, these would be fun little pieces for your elf on the shelf to play with. And hey, maybe this will be a companion to your elf on the shelf. Have fun crafting and creating and taking time out for yourself to just enjoy making something just for the fun of it.